Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Max Timmons and Giancarlo Saraceno version of the EdgeProX weekly walkthroughs. Can I get a mic check? Can you guys just kind of say yes in the question box if you can hear me? Be greatly appreciated. Can everyone hear us?
Can everybody hear us?
Cool.
Oh, awesome.
Well, awesome. Well, yes. So this is the Max and Giancarlo version of the weekly walkthrough. Fortunately, you do not get to hear the soothing voice of Marat Askar, but we will take care of you. So let's get started here. First and foremost, derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Here's what we're going to go over today, a little bit different than normal. We're just going to do a short introduction to EdgeProX, short introduction to EdgeClear. Most of you know who we are. Anyway, we will not be going over all of these features. I don't know what happened with the PowerPoint slide, but we will be kind of going over the open, high, low, close line, as well as some difference between the volume imprint and volume profile. The other stuff, there is a much longer, in-depth walkthrough video on our website that you could view if you do have any questions on all the features that we offer. Again, it's on the walkthrough page of our website. It's about an hour and 15 minutes long. Marat Askar did it, the founder of EdgeClear, and it goes over all of this stuff in more detail. So today we're just going to go over a few features, and then we're going to open up to Q&A. What is EdgeProX? EdgeProX is an all-in-one solution for active traders. It has MBO capabilities, volume profile and TPOs, native order flow tools, fully functional 300+ studies and indicators, indicator layering. It is native to Windows, macOS, and Linux. So if you do have a Mac or a Linux PC, then you can use EdgeProX. It runs on Rithmic, CQG, or IQFeed, and all of these features are available for a low price of $34.99. What does EdgeProX offer? It offers a heat map, volume imprint, volume profile, TPO, market profile, advanced domes, simulated trading, which is pretty cool. You can use the live data that you receive from EdgeClear and turn on simulated modes here, simulated trading. We offer an EdgePro line, which is a theoretical average that is displayed on a line on your chart. So it takes in consideration your profits and losses on your scale out trades, and in real time provides you with a theoretical break-even point that you can use to base your stops off of. Who is EdgeClear? EdgeClear is an independent futures brokerage created by traders for traders. We're an award-winning team, multiple clearing relationships, experienced team, and founded by Future Trader 71, and we are trader inspired. So first things first, we're going to go over the open, high, low, close lines. By the way, Giancarlo here just became a broker, so he's the newest broker at EdgeClear. I just wanted to share that, give him a little bit of a shout out, and he is going to run through the open, high, low, close line and how this works. So, G, do you want to walk me through this?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Max, for the shout out too. Appreciate that. So the first thing I want to show is a lot of misconception with the OHLC is the OHLC is an indicator, but oftentimes we get people that will ask, what's the difference? I see the open, high, low on my chart, but it doesn't look the same as it normally does in other platforms that I have. So if you go down to the EdgeProX Active, head over to the settings at the top, and if you go to chart and then if you select indicators, you'll
Okay.
see this is what people often have selected on their charts. This is not the same as the open, high, low, and close indicator. So
This will show it on the side, correct
yeah,
though? So like if you want it as a line, you could have it as a line, hit apply, and there's that line. We
correct.
simply remove it. So that would be the best bid and best ask and a daily low and daily high. Okay, cool.
Right. And so you can turn these off if you like. So you can just
Mm-hmm.
click the uncheck all the display buttons,
Okay.
and then apply, hit OK.
Okay.
The next thing you're going to do is go to all studies. So we'll now enable the open, high, low, and close.
Okay.
So
So we're gonna go to right click. You can also hit Control T.
yep.
It's a hotkey right there. We're gonna hit all studies and we're gonna type in OHL open, high, low, close right
Yep.
here. Hit OK.
Then this is where you'll find what is commonly referred to as the open, high, low, and close. You'll be able to actually turn on a midline as well, which is a common feature that people ask about. So this is how you would open or turn this on. And then as you can see here, displays on your charts exactly how you'd like. You can configure that in multiple different ways within the setting.
Very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
So that's,
Awesome. We can have both of those on at the same time,
yeah.
correct? Both
Yeah,
of
that's
these?
correct.
Gotcha. Cool. So yeah, there's been a lot of questions the past couple weeks since we launched EdgeProX, and this one was a pretty big one. We seemed to get a couple questions on, so we wanted to make sure that traders are aware of the difference between what we have on the chart settings, which again would be chart settings, or actually, sorry,
Yeah, no.
up here. Actually, we could do it there too as well. We just don't have to click this top part. Click indicators and enable best bid, best ask, daily high, daily low, apply. Okay. As you can see, it's on the right side with the open, high, low, close also on the chart.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Great. And then, so that covers that part. And then the next piece we were going to cover is that we seem to get a couple questions on is volume imprint versus volume profile. So let me bring up EdgeProX again.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to go into, well, actually, we're in the right spot. So I'm actually going to remove the open, high, low, close. Again, to remove a indicator, all you really need to do is click this cog-like icon and hit delete, and there it goes. So, G, do you want to kind of walk us through this part?
Yeah, absolutely. So the difference between so what we were going to be discussing is a volume profile within a volume imprint, and then just
And
a
what do we
daily
have
volume.
on right now? Sorry for interrupting.
No worries. So right now you have on the volume imprint, and then you have the volume profile enabled within that indicator. So typically the way that the profile works within the volume imprint is it's going to show a bar by bar profile. So normally it'll show a 15-minute, for every time there's a bar, there should be a bar every 15 minutes, and it'll show the profile for each bar. So that's in the way it normally will work. And then the daily volume profile will show an aggregate of the entire day's volume along the entire all the price within that day.
Can we have them both on at the same time?
Yeah, you can have them both on at the same time. So if you'd like, I can. So the other thing, the other thing that the reason we're going to be changing from the volume imprint profile and the daily volume profile is because you want it to look cleaner on your charts. So the way you can do this is just by if you want to take off the volume imprint, just deleting it the way you showed. And then what you can do is go to the all settings, or all studies I meant to say, and then you would go to daily, just type in daily volume profile.
Okay.
Cool. And then what you'll do is, in order to get it to go and reach historical levels, is you'll hit show volume, historical volume profile.
So this will basically create a volume profile for each day that we see in the chart.
Yeah. Well, not each day. It'll go back 5 days. So
5 days, because we have the max profile set to 5. If I wanted 6 days, 6, 7 days, 7, right?
That's correct.
Gotcha.
So then hit create. And and you'll see that it looks the same as what you just had on with the volume imprint. But normally the way the volume imprint works is that it goes bar by bar. So it'll show the same profile that you see, but per bar. And it usually can cause the data to look strange sometimes on the chart.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit different on the charts. So this is a way to fix that.
Cool. And then, quick side note is you could draw your own volume profiles over here. You can just click that, and what you can essentially do is just draw a volume profile over certain bars.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that has been covered yet in any of these walkthroughs, but
No,
you can do a lot with it. You can kind of move it around, widen it out, make it long. See, so now we've got it over here, so it's much larger volume profile. So then you just, if you want to get rid of it, you just kind of click on it, make sure it's highlighted, hit delete. There it goes. So the two pieces of two questions that we've had since we've launched that we wanted to run through. So like I said, this is a little bit different than what we've done in the past. The past few that we've done have been a full in-depth review of EdgeProX, which you can still view for free on our website if you can't find it. It's just at the edgeclear.com, I believe, /walkthrough. And you'll be able to view all of those, all of the features that we offer. But at this point, we want to open the room up for a couple questions out there, so we can just start answering a few questions. This is just so everyone's aware. This is really how we're going to move forward with these walkthroughs. It's going to be you come in and we'll go over a couple features. When we start adding, when we have new features that we build into the platform, we will highlight those in the walkthroughs as well. And then once we get through that, it's really Q&A. We get as many questions as we could possibly done. What about how you put in cloud levels? Great question. We could definitely.
Yeah, that's a good question. If you want to pull up EdgeProX. So on the default layout of the platform, we already have the cloud levels on there. We have a sample file within
sample file,
the
right?
Yeah, it's a sample file. If you wanted to add in your own cloud levels, you would have to download a CSV file from wherever you're trading at. And essentially what you'd do is go to the settings in the cloud level. So that would be for the volume.
Yep, you're right. I clicked on the wrong one.
So then you'd go into the settings. Yep.
Okay.
And then all you would have to do to add in the cloud levels that you have set is just paste in the link from in the source area. And that once you paste it in, you can change the interval of when it updates. So it'll check that file that you put in there every 5 minutes as a default. You can have it change to every 1 minute if you're updating it frequently. 10 minutes. It's up to you guys. However you guys like that to be.
Great. Yep. So like you said, cloud levels. If you don't have it on, right click, go to add study, all studies. You just type in cloud levels, and there it is. And as he said, click on the little cog-like window once it's up. If you're just adding it in, you'll already see the settings window. But if you don't, just click on that, all settings, and add your file here.
Awesome.
What else we got over there? Does Rithmic have historical data? There is historical data. It really depends on what you're enabled though. So reach out to your broker over at EdgeClear, and we'll be able to kind of handle that, the specifics on what your historical data is. Is it possible to zoom out on the heat map without changing the time frame?
Yeah, I believe that's possible. So what you can do is if you put your mouse, you can either scroll on the mouse wheel.
Is this what you're referring to? Basically, zooming out like that without changing the time frame. If so, it's just kind of using your mouse cursor. You can also grab down here and kind of pull it this way, pull it out, and there's kind of the zooming out, so you don't have to change much. We have this linked to our Dome right now. As we scroll up, these will change, as you can see, the color change because it's taken in consideration just what's on the dome at this time. So we're just going to kind of stick it right here, and this looks like the largest, largest bid. That's why it's the darkest red. And yeah, looks like that we got some three pretty large ask cells over here. That's why it's a little bit darker, but not as dark as this, because this one is much larger than others. Yes, but limit how. So let's see here.
The 100 millisecond restricts how far you go back because it is 100 milliseconds. So there's a lot of data moving in at one point, so it doesn't allow you to extend the data farther back than a couple seconds. But I found out that if you use a tick by tick, it allows you to go back, which I know that goes against the question asked, which is, can you zoom out without changing the time frame? But if you want to be able to zoom out and capture a greater time frame, the tick by tick allows you to grab a much greater time frame because it's tick by tick. So it does allow you to do that.
Gotcha. And is it going just as far back because this is when I opened up the chart possibly?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's exactly the reason. So that's that. And then I believe you can. The next question was, can you use multiple TPOs, day session, weekly session, an expanded TPO profile on one chart?
Good question. On one chart.
So I believe we can aggregate the TPOs together. I think that's a setting. So like you can go back and use like a weekly TPO, and you can change that in the settings.
So we're gonna go in here, all settings.
And time frame, you can change from 1 day. And so if you change that to 1 day and you scroll down, so you can do weekly, monthly TPOs. So if you hit apply right now, that should change it to a weekly TPO profile.
And then possibly would we add another TPO in there? Is that what you're saying at this point?
Well, this will just take weekly TPOs now. So if you zoom out, there's going to be a weekly TPO chart.
Yeah, 7th on a 30-minute chart.
Right.
Gotcha.
So it's a weekly. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna try something. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I figured, hey, you asked a question. I think what we're possibly doing is throwing on a daily TPO with a weekly already there. See if this is possible, and boom. Is that the question out there? Is that what you're referring to? So right now we have a daily TPO with a weekly over here. Great. That is
awesome.
All right. We're having trouble separating the day and night session in TPO. Say 9:30 to 4 p.m. and the 6 p.m. to 9:28 a.m. So we're looking for an overnight TPO versus the day TPO. It sounds. Let's see here if we can do this. Might be. Well, here, this might be, we could possibly just do what we did here. So let's change this one to a day, all right, and we're gonna do RTH data only. So
and then to make it so it doesn't overlay, go to all setting, go to TPO all settings, because it kind of looks bad. So go to display, and then select constrain width. And then hit apply. Yeah. Great. It'll just, when you add in the other one, it'll look better.
Gotcha. Cool. And then what we're going to do is possibly add in a second all study TPO. And we're going to throw it in here. Now, I don't know if we know this or not, but is there a way to only use over OTH data only? I don't know if there is.
If you uncheck the RTH, I think
it would be the full day, though,
right.
I believe. So let's see.
There you go.
Here we go. So session 1.
That's gonna change the colors of
Yeah,
the,
this is
so
something I think, you know, we could sit here and kind of read and look at it, but it's something we might need to review on our end. So the person that asked that question, we have your info, so we will kind of dig into this and see if there's a way to add two types of TPOs, one being overnight and one being regular trading hours.
yeah.
And so we'll get back to you on that one. In terms of, can you scroll the price scale to see the TPO letters? Yes, you can. So we're going to kind of do this. Let's see here. Is there an easier way for us to be able to scale this so it's easier to read, G?
Yeah. So there's gonna be the auto scale. You know where that
Okay.
is, Max?
Yeah, it's in, is it in here?
It's at the top of the screen actually, where you
Gotcha,
see
right
30
here,
minute,
right?
a little bit more to the left. Yep,
There it
right
is.
there. So if you turn that off and then try and scroll in again.
You know
So
what?
just scroll in with your, yeah, like that. And so then you'll be able to extend it on the price axis now. And since it's really zoomed in, it won't go out of your, it shouldn't go out of your screen. And you can move it up though. So yeah, see what you can,
Yeah,
like
I
that.
see what you mean. Yeah. Let's
So
see.
that's the best way to do that is to turn off auto scaling, because when auto scaling is on, it pushes the price TPO chart way out of the screen.
Is there a level for overnight high and overnight low? If not, can that be requested? Let's see here. Going to the active. Let's go to the, I want to say it's going to be in the chart settings, indicators. Maybe not. Interesting. That is a great idea. An overnight, overnight.
If you go to OHLC, I think it might have that. So if you go to
Not
the,
here? No, I do not.
yeah, you deleted it. I think if you go to the OHLC, it might have that in there. Previous open and
No, it's
previous.
open. No, we're looking for overnight. So overnight session high versus overnight session
Oh.
low. No, I don't believe we do, but you know, we'll jot that down and try to get that added. Great. Let's see. Any final questions out there? Looks like we kind of gotten through quite a bit. Feel free to throw them out there if you have more. More than happy to go through any that you have. I'll let it hang out for a second.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do that.
How do you? The question is, can we split the letters in the TPO profile?
So yeah, just go into the I think what the question is referring to is going to all settings, display, and then align letters. I think that's what the question is asking, but
is this what we're referring to? So it's kind of like a 30-minute type chart.
yeah,
Cool.
awesome.
Look at us. Who needs more ad, right?
Nah, we don't need it.
We got this. We got this, G.
This is in the bag.
Cool. Awesome. I think that's it. And again, let me throw this up real quick again. Feel free to visit our knowledge base. You can email us. We have a live chat. There's our phone number. Let us know if we can help. If any questions come up. Again, we do this every single week. Every single week for the foreseeable future, we will be doing this. And eventually, the new broker over here will be taking this over as well. So
Absolutely.
thank you all for joining us, and have a great rest of the day.
Hey, Max, before you end this, is this recorded?
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
It is recorded, everyone. So if anyone wants to know, it's recorded. It's recorded. So we got this. Have a good one, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.